Hello everybody, welcome back to another Sea of Thieves video, and first off, I wanted to say, I wanted to ask, yay or nay on the microphone? I had been using a different microphone. I just fucking pulled my old one out of fucking a box that was in the back of my fucking storage room, so hopefully, I think this one sounds a little better, but I'll let y'all be the judge of that. But anyway, they uploaded this, Sea of Thieves uploaded this like the second I got to work today, and I worked fucking 10 hours. So, you know, here I am at 9:50 p.m. reacting to this. And I gotta fucking record this, edit it, upload it. I'm not really edit it. I have to wait for it to go through Premiere because when I take a video off of my desktop and upload it to YouTube, the audio just disappears. I don't know why. I don't know why it has audio on my desktop, but I have to export it through Premiere and then fucking upload it. So it just takes like an extra fucking half hour. So I'm gonna watch this. I haven't watched this yet. I wanted to watch it earlier, but you know, obviously, work. But I am excited to see all the intricate features. I guess they're intricate, not really, but you know, whatever. That's really loud. How do I don't want to mute it. There we go.
With Season 5, we wanted to add a bunch of new features and mechanics. You know, there's things for roleplay, for self-expression, for like new tools for players to kind of interact with. So what I love about all of these features are they're permanent additions to the Sea of Thieves sandbox. Features that once they're in, you can't imagine what it would have been like without them.
It might seem like on a surface level it's very small things, but when you put these small things together it becomes part of a bigger picture. So I feel like players will just get a lot more variety and a lot more freedom on what they want to do in Sea of Thieves.
It's such a gameplay release, it's just lots and lots of different bits of fun that will all add up together and you're going to have a ball.
Everything's in Season 5 of Sea of Thieves.
Season 5 brings a host of features. The headline one is burying treasure, so you're now finally able to live out your pirate fantasy of actually going out
And hiding all of your loot and leaving the game.
or anywhere on the islands and burying it, hiding it away, and that also generates a map for you, so you can then come back, find the treasure later on, you give them to somebody else to then, you know, here's some treasure that we've buried, you go off and find it.
But all of those maps that you and your crew have created from burying all these treasures around the Sea of Thieves, they're all stored on the captain's table. Any of the pirates, they can board your ship, they can run into the captain's
So I was lied to in the Twitter comments.
those maps from them.
You can now basically make your own quests. You can make your own quests and not only make them that you can do for your own crew, you can then gift these. You can literally take a map that you've made and hand it to another crew and go, here, have a go at this.
There are quest boards across the Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, those look cool. I like that.
And players can approach the quest board and they can either take maps from the quest board.
I can't wait to just bury a bunch of dog shit and then put it on the quest board.
Or they can donate the maps they've made to the quest board for other players to take. If a crew is to bury some treasure items and post them to the quest board, and then another crew is to take that map and find those items, they'll get rewarded the next time they log into Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, we heard about that. That's cool.
The same reputation they would have got.
But would be cooler if we would expand the reputation above 75. That would be kind of cool. I wish we would do that. It seems fickle to add a. I don't know if that's the right fucking word. I don't have the fucking brain capacity. I don't think it. I feel like it's. God, whatever the word is. I feel like it's kind of dumb to add something that is, you know, benefits reputation, but don't expand reputation because probably 90% of the player base is max. So, not 90% obviously, but I'm just using a fucking estimation.
They get a substantial amount of renown as well for their effort.
The renown will be nice, I guess.
Allows you to kind of curate your voyage and say, okay, I want to sail in the wilds this session, so I'm going to pick treasure maps in the wilds off the quest board, and then I can go and I know where I'm going basically, and it allows for much shorter play sessions as well, which is something that I think Sea of Thieves players have been asking for a while, like nipping in and doing 1 or 2 maps with your friends when you've got a spare half an hour or something.
These are going to be sick. I love these. I can't wait for this.
So fireworks and flares are new. Ain't
I've been asking for this for 2 years.
find around the world. They could wash up on the shore. You might find them in barrels. You can buy them.
Oh, that's awesome that you can find them.
Alliance, and they, I think,
Because originally they mentioned that you could just buy it from the Merchant Alliance. They didn't mention that it spawned naturally. That is awesome. I love that they spawn naturally.
that you can load into the cannon and fire and create beautiful fireworks in the night sky.
They come in different forms, so we've got classic fireworks, we've got theme fireworks, and we've got cakes. So classic fireworks are what you would expect to see in a fireworks display. The theme fireworks are shapes, so you can see like Flame Heart's head, or a pig, or a chicken.
It's awesome.
Cakes are a collaboration of different classic fireworks that go off at the same time.
Ah, yes.
So when you load a firework into a cannon, it now has a little fuse and there's a little timer. So you have like 3 seconds or something where you can see the fuse ticking down before it fires.
I can't wait to shoot these at people.
Fire fireworks at a ship.
Oh,
for
yes.
example. It may set on fire. Or potentially if you are close to an exploding firework, you will get stunned. You'll have like a sort of flashbang effect where the screen will flash.
Oh, I can't wait to flashbang kids in Sea of Thieves, bro.
Flares are another new tool that we're adding for Season 5.
I mean, that's cool, but
Red
like,
and a white
lantern.
flare. We don't have like a defined way we want players to use these. It's a tool that they can use however they choose. One crew might say the red flare is danger, and we'll fire that up if another ship's incoming to warn everybody to run back to the ship.
Just
That
say it in
really
fucking
helps
game chat.
making lighting change on the islands, especially at night. You can kind of see these really kind of stark shadows and the
Oh, that's
red is really
awesome.
emotive, very atmospheric as well.
If they, it just depends on how long they stay, as to how useful they'll be.
Oh, there were so many technical challenges. They had to look beautiful, which obviously affects memory and performance. You could have hundreds of fireworks going off in the world all at once, so we had to make sure that we didn't
All in the same square.
the beauty of them whilst remaining we have so many up in the sky.
So we don't normally do reflections with particle systems, it's just the way that they're rendered. But I got a phone call from a technical artist saying, oh, I've moved over to work on reflections. And we saw a video from David, who's a render programmer, and it was really, really good. The feed of that conversation was, why can't we get these in? Why can't we get these in? And it just adds so much detail to the fireworks, and it just really
God,
makes them
this game from fucking launch has always been fucking beautiful. Oh my god.
feel more alive and part of the game.
For fireworks, the tricky thing was getting them to feel impactful in a game. In real life, when you go to a firework display, you get that impact, you get that sense of reverb and that space around you, and it feels epic. So trying to mimic that in a game was difficult at first, and it largely went down to pulling in the various source that we needed based on firework recordings, but also amplifying that with other layers, mixing in different tails and reverbs and things like that to make it feel spectacular.
Wow.
So we've also
Yeah, gotta hand it to them. This is where all the dev time went for this update.
and they will display different pictures and graphics as they go on. So to get the sound right for those was a bit tricky. We wanted them to feel special. We wanted them to feel spectacular. and
Holy
satisfying when we
fuck.
fire them off. So when one of them does go off, you will know about it, and you will also hear some kind of theme-based audio that follows the explosion as well.
There's always music with a firework display. So you can use 1812, you know the part which goes boom, boom, like that with the fireworks. So yeah.
So one of the things I love about Sea of Thieves is the kind of potential for role play. Players kind of acting silly, getting into their kind of character and enjoying themselves within the world. Both sitting and sleeping allows players to kind of fulfill that role play, and it creates a lot of hilarious moments on the seas.
We've had emotes and stuff that allow you to kind of sit anywhere, but we wanted you to be able to sit and feel like a part of the environment.
Is it gonna be first person when you sit? Oh, what am I saying? Bro, I'm a fucking retard. I'm sorry. Why did I just think this game wasn't a first person game? Dude, I'm an idiot. Holy shit. Never mind.
Whether that's dangling your feet off the end of a jetty or leaning forward when you're sat in the tavern with your crew because you're all like hushed talking about something. We've been howling in play sessions just because we've been sat next to each other. With both sitting and sleeping, the basic mechanic is you'll go and hold X to interact with the chair or the bed.
I can't wait to accidentally fall asleep while trying to grab something out of a fucking barrel.
The hold X came from our wonderful insiders because we had it on a press and we broke ship combat, so we've made it a hold X so that everyone can fight each other without accidentally sitting down. And then in the case of sleeping, we'll play a short kind of into animation as you climb in your bed, and that's all in first.
I'm probably still gonna sit down 100 times because you know you have the tap to hold thing on. You just press E and it fucking does it for you. So
it's super immersive, and then nobody falls asleep instantly. So there's a little kind of variable delay as your eyes kind of fade shut, and then after a few seconds, your character will start snoring. This is kind of a shared world sound. Everyone on your ship or nearby on an island, if it's a hammock or a bed on an island, will be able to hear you snoring.
When you're sleeping,
the real question is, how are they gonna make it so you don't get kicked? You get kicked for inactivity if you just fucking take a nap.
of the game will change slightly, everything will get a little bit more quiet and muffled as if you're kind of in a dream state. And even just when you're sitting, the fact that you can stay in first person and you can look around you while you're sitting down, everything just suddenly feels a lot more...
There's why I thought it was going to be in first person while sitting down, because when you do the emotes, it's in third person. I got you. Fucking I'm stupid.
ambient, and that's where all of the work that we put into the soundscape of Sea of Thieves really becomes important. They're those kind of tranquil moments that you can just sit and either...
Just really just disconnect in the middle of this shit? What the hell? Okay.
with your friends or by yourself, and you can just take in the visual and kind of the oral...
I didn't realize how long this shit was going to be.
If you've taken damage while you're sleeping, you slowly heal yourself. It's amazing how much more vulnerable you feel while you're sleeping to restore your health. If players go to sleep drunk, we change the snoring sound, because obviously you're a bit inebriated and there might be some other bonus sounds in there that players should look out for
as well. Fart joke.
Another feature we've added to Season 5 is talking. Obviously talking's been part of the game forever, but now your character's in-game mouth will animate when you're talking using voice comms in the game. So that's actually one of my favourite features of Season 5. I just think it adds so much immersion and roleplay to the game when you're kind of stood next to somebody on the ship and they're talking to you and you can visibly see their mouth moving whilst they're talking. It just feels so much more immersive. That talking functionality works with all of our old emotes, so whether you're dancing or you're sitting or even if you're sleeping and you're talking, then your mouth will animate and you'll get to see that, and it's just hilarious.
That is kind of... It's a small thing, but it's still cool.
Speaking trumpet that you can now use in reverse, so you can start whispering and you can like do your little plots within your own crew, because it always used to be that your crew could hear you wherever you are in the world, and now if you want to have a little, you want to play trick on someone, you can do a little whisper to each other. And now when you're using that speaking trumpet, you're actually your mouth animates, so you can actually see when people are using it. It's a nice little thing like that.
Dice is something we've been trying to add to Sea of Thieves forever, and it's one of those kind of quintessential role-play devices that players play with, and Sea of Thieves feels like the perfect place for that. So there's 6 new dice, from the D4, the D6, the D10, the D12 and the D20, so players can play any role-play game they want in the Sea of Thieves sandbox.
Play fucking D&D and Sea of Thieves.
For this season, we're adding 3 new shanties. Ballad of the Mer is actually from a poem that Chris Alcott wrote for the book. And so I thought it'd be really nice to have some kind of folk songy vibe, because we don't really have much of that in Sea of Thieves. I thought that would be a really nice addition. And then the second one is Row, Row, Row Your Boat, which I'm sure everyone knows. It's all in the game, and we thought, why not make a full shanty of it?
Yeah. Spanish shantings is nice, as long as it doesn't get me copyright claimed.
Most people know it as
Pirate's Life.
And this is a very upbeat song. It's very similar in vibe to 1812. And since 1812 was such a big hit with the whole community, we thought, why not do another one that's very similar, something that people can really play with in a sarcastic vibe or in a very joyous tone. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a very nice shanty. I really enjoyed making it. music on the front end is a beautiful track that Robin wrote, which is meant to signify the shoreline with the waves ebbing in and out, and that's kind of signified from the violin chords coming in and out. And to represent a bit of nostalgia, Robin putting a bit of Becalmed on the Celeste, which kind of echoes throughout on the top, which is really nice. And then in the
Oh, that's some
second
good
part
ass
of the
music.
track, you actually hear the Sea of Thieves theme tune on the solo French horn. But instead of a minor key, which is what we usually write it in, it's in a major key, which is just a bit of uplifting mood, which is really nice.
As well as making new features and tools for Season 5, we wanted to try and add a bunch of new kind of quality of life features as well. We've added this kind of fast transfer feature where
This is my favorite feature from the update. This is awesome.
And run up to a barrel, hold a button, and it will kind of take items out of that barrel and store them into the
It depends on how much is in there. It's how long it takes.
Rats was a feature of our prototype for Sea of Thieves, and it was a much loved feature on the team. It was something that was really cool, but we've never had a chance to kind of go back and add it into the game. But Rats are coming as part of Season 5.
This was our first opportunity to bring this feature to life.
Could have just made it a pet,
Ship
but
holes, we just have very often, occasionally you just hear this little squeak and a little rattle, just to give it a little bit of atmosphere down there. The cool thing that came out of this feature was that as the water level rises in your ship, the rats don't like obviously being underwater, so they move up to the next level. You're there going, oh, we've got water downstairs, and you can use it as a way of monitoring how much water you've got in your ship in a very subtle way.
oh fuck, go back.
You can use it as a way of monitoring.
That looks fucking awesome. Oh, and the effects on this one, that looks sick. Those look fucking awesome. What ship set is this?
How much water you've got in your ship in a very subtle way.
We've added sounds on the rats, and getting that right was a little bit tricky, kind of so that you can hear them above all the boat creaking and things like that. Although it's worth mentioning they are on a toggle, so you can turn that off if rats aren't your thing.
Back when we released Haunted Shores and you defeated ghost ships, you got these little ghosts that kind of circled the loot above them. And that was a tool for players to kind of understand where the loot is in that vast ocean. And we've now added that in for the Meg. And
Yeah, that was, I mean, that was already there for the skelly ships, so.
Seagulls kind of appear above the treasures.
That is a good
Players
quality
can
of
kind
life
swim
thing.
around
I don't kill
and
Megs
find
often,
them.
but.
A Canon Robot, as it does what it says on the tin, is literally a cannon mounted onto the rowboat. You can be aggressive on a rowboat, and you can actually sort of be rowing up and actually sort of firing it onto the ship. If it's docked to your ship, it's like an awkward little cannon on the back that just gives you that extra bit of range and things on the back of the ship. And once again, we can't wait to see how people start using us. People use this in 100 interesting different ways that we've never thought about.
Finally get more firepower in a sloop.
Obviously, it's a big thing. It fires like that. This is the first time that when you fire, you get a little and you get spun around like that. It stops it being too powerful because we didn't want it to be this basically another ship type, but it really gives you a good feel of how much that cannon has kicked. And you can now dock your rowboat in whichever direction you want.
Oh,
which is something that we've added in
yes.
as well.
Something
Thank
that we've
you.
always looked at trying to improve in Sea of Thieves is the general combat and the flow of the game. So now with Season 5, we've
The general combat, well, I mean, would you fucking fix hit rag?
looked into the skeletons and the phantoms dropping these little ammo pouches when you
Oh, that's the combat you're talking about. The PvE. Not the dog shit hit rag that's been in the game since day one. And it's worse than it was.
So you can see a skeleton on an island, shoot them, defeat them, they'll drop an ammo pouch, run over, seamlessly pick it up.
That is, this is a cool feature, but still.
You'll restock your projectile weapon, and then you can kind of carry on in that flow state in that battle.
Does it fully refilled, or is it just like one
It's been
bullet?
really exciting to get back to the roots of Sea of Thieves, so to do this update and kind of expand that across sitting and sleeping and fireworks and burying treasure, to be sat at a tavern table and to turn on to Presto and just see his...
But, still, this is like 3 months worth of content. We better get something down the line for something, man.
voice, chat, mouth, go, hey mate, how you doing, is like It's amazing, and it's so silly and refreshing to see the world from a new perspective like that.
That's the really cool thing. There's so many ways that you put a little mechanic into the game, and people think of ways of using it that you've never thought of before, and we just can't wait until everyone gets to play it and just see what they can do with it.
Obviously, fireworks are my favourite. They are beautiful.
Oh, these are gonna be that's gonna be awesome.
To play with them. I can't wait to just see GIFs and videos of people firing, you know, like everything together and making a big show.
The VFX team and the tech art team worked on them, so I'm sure there'll be some nice chitter chatter in between the team of whose fireworks but with the biggest payoff out of everything else. I think, yeah, the fireworks and seeing fireworks displays is probably the thing that I'm excited to see players do and get the most.
Oh, that shit's tomorrow. I forgot.
DM did an amazing job on the sound design as well, because it just brings so much nostalgia and it brings so much, yeah, this is fireworks. Like, we all know what fireworks sound like, but hearing it, you're like,
all of the features are really unique, and there will just be something for everyone. My favourite thing about adding anything to Sea of Thieves is always just seeing the creativity, the role play, just they always do things that I would just never expect with what we add to the game.
The features that we're building for Season 5, they really speak to the heart of what makes Sea of Thieves special for me, that kind of self-expression, that kind of joyful, playful fun. We're always going to be looking to add more features like this into the game.
Yeah, pretty solid update. I mean, I can't shit talk too much. It's a pretty solid update. It's a lot. It's got you know, some impactful features. Not much like actual, you know, content, but it's a lot of impactful features, which is going to be sick. With the, I mean, the quality of life is fine. That's awesome. Hopefully, there's, you know, some more quality of life bug fixes. Hopefully, an improvement to hit reg. Hopefully, you know, some patches of picking up items out of barrels and then not being able to use anything. Like the glitches that have been in the game since, you know, alpha. Like fucking playing this game back in like April fucking 2018. I would have glitched items. And playing it the last week, I would glitch my items. It has been 4 years. It is coming up on 4 years, and it still doesn't. It's still fucking. I mean, it's cool. I mean, this update's awesome, but please fix some glitches. But other than that, that's really all I gotta say. That was a very long video. I did not think that video was gonna be that long. That was, I mean, it's sick. Fucking awesome features. Fucking props to them. I already watched that. Fucking props to them. That's all this shit's gonna be awesome. You know, still focus on some glitches. Focus on other stuff like that in the future. Hopefully we have some, you know, a bunch of bug fix rollouts here within the rest of the season, since we're not gonna have any other content. They didn't, you know. I'm sure this didn't take as long as, you know, Pirates Live or fucking or Sunken Kingdom. Hopefully we get some more bug fix rollouts. Improvement to hit reg. Just keep improving it, because every single season it's gotten worse. I just don't get it. Especially on Xbox. I mean, I don't play on Xbox, but, you know, the main person I play with plays on Xbox, and the amount of times he has to hit 5 sniper shots to kill somebody is fucking astonishing. Like, kill somebody who's not moving, who's like fucking AFK, or doesn't have any food, doesn't eat. A little bit of a rant, sorry. But, you know, all around, a good update. Can't wait to play this. Some great features. This shit's gonna be sick. I want to be able to murder the rats, because fuck rats. I do wish the rats were a pet, though. I would definitely, if it was a pet, I would definitely buy the fuck out of the rat. But other than that, that's all I got. I will see you guys tomorrow for some videos. Gotta wake up at 4 a.m. to do that, so see you then.